So day one of GSSA, we ended up not doing as great as we thought we did. We went out there and came off stage super happy because we hit our routine. But once we got our scores back and everything, it turned out we had a tumble bus, and then we also had a major building fall for Natalie Ho's pyramid, which didn't even fall, but because her head touched the ground, it was a major building fall, which is like the worst deduction after like legalities. And then we also had a deduction for our music going over time. We ended up having over 2 points in deduction on day one, which really sucked because we came off stage thinking we hit a 0.
We did not think we were gonna get the bid. Our day 2 performance wasn't as good as our first, or at least we thought. But yeah, we didn't know we were gonna get it. Eddie told us we weren't getting it. My team mom told us we're not getting it.
And we're like, oh, it's gonna be Reckless and Black Ops, or Black Ops and Ghost Recon. But they called our name, where I was excited because it was a first for me. It was just an incredible feeling. I would love to have that moment again.
I just got chills right now thinking about it. It's amazing because I knew comments like that were going out, like we weren't gonna be that good, or like we haven't put a performance out, they don't think we're gonna do that good, but I knew like when we were doing those practices, we were gonna be nice.
So now that GSSA has passed, Eddie has brought back 3 returners as alternates. He brought back SOFIA Angelo, who was our center flyer last year. He brought back PAYNE, which is an amazing boy, and he also brought back Jaden Whiteman, who was on our team last year and who I based with last year.
All of a sudden, it's raining alternates. Okay, so over the summer, we had this big fallout where, people quit, had been removed. We were short on people on SMOED. We couldn't fill our roster forever. It was just chaotic. September rolled around, we got 2 new boys. One ended up getting homesick, went home, so we're back to 4 boys. And then we've had injuries, we've had in, out. At one point we had 17 people on the floor, then we had 25 people on the floor, and then we had 19 people on the floor, and then we finally got a full 22 when Jaden and Natalie came on the floor this week. And now, all of a sudden, we have 4, 5, 6 extra bodies working out around us, but it's constantly pushing the people on the floor to maintain their skills and be on top of their game.
Coming into this season, I was really on edge deciding whether I was going to come back or not. Initially in last season, I decided I was going to audition for a performing arts school, and I auditioned and went through a series of callbacks and everything and got in. I was kind of on edge the whole time. I didn't really know what I really wanted to do, so I decided to, I ended up not going to the performing arts school. I decided I wanted to live the high school experience for whatever reason. It was something that I feel like I always will have music and acting, but I never will have high school. But that meant cheer could open up. So I decided to try out for Cali camp, and I was testing the waters, and I ended up deciding that I just wanted to take at least a semester off of cheer. Guys, we plan to come back together.
How?
Together?
No.
Okay, a little.
No.
Okay, it was one.
Okay, we all thought about it, and then we all turned to each other and were like, you know what? Are they the same?
But it was, once I came to like competition season and everything and watching SMOED, it was really hard for me to watch them and me knowing that I could be on the mat and I was just letting it not happen. As soon as one agrees to come back, then the rest. Who was the first one to decide, like, oh no it wasn't.
Who came to visit?
I'm Sophia, I'm 15 years old and I've been cheering for 11 years. So I started SMOED in 2018, so 2 years ago, and I was on it last season. The end of last season, I knew I was going to Saugus High School, and it's my cousin's last year of being a senior and cheering. So I knew at the end of last year that I was going to be cheering with her at Saugus, and that it was a competition team, so it would take up most of my time. And then I was planning on coming back next year, like full time, but I really missed it.
4.
I'm not trying, I don't know.
Like roll under, like get your booty under.
I mean, I really would love to come back this season, like SMOED, like I just love SMOED, like just the vibe, but just being here, like really makes me happy. I can't be here Monday because we have practice.
Yeah, I guess of car practice.
And then I leave Wednesday.
Got it.
And
You're making
Sunday, so I will be there Wednesday, Sunday, and then I'll come back Monday when my flight gets back. I'll come Monday night. And then I could
don't disappear because I honestly like the time's ticking and I don't see it panning out for someone.
So last year I was center flyer, and this year, like if I come back and on the mat like sooner, I wouldn't like expect being center because Malia's center right now and she's a great flyer.
Why don't you guys like put a group together and work on some highs?
My first season here, I literally walked into this gym 5 feet and 100 pounds. Not joking, and now I'm not that. I can't believe that was a thing. I can't believe I was just only a flyer before this, like what? Like I just walked in, like maybe I can learn how to base and SMOED, you know, like. From last season, I definitely have grown and become a little bit of a bigger boy now. So when I was talking to Eddie, we were thinking about maybe back spotting.
We'll make a day. Wow.
Yeah, okay, come on, replace.
I heard that there were only 4 boys, and I always just was like, oh, well, when I come back, I'll just be the 5th boy. Or maybe if I come back, I'll just be that 5th boy. But then, of course, a 5th boy walks in, and now I'm in this position where I have to really work for it because I would be taking somebody's spot. Being on the side really motivates me more to work because I want to be on the mat. Like, I really do want to be on the mat.
There's 3 people here for like each position. There's a base, a back spot, and a flyer. It's just very like nerve-wracking to see them like sitting on the sidelines and see them like doing like the jump section or like learning the stun or like them switching in and out because like they're like, oh, like you can take my spot. It's just super scary to be like your spot can be snatched up that fast.
We literally have everything represented, so if at any point something happens, heaven forbid it doesn't, but it's cheerleading, you never know, someone's ready to go. And I've made them learn everybody's spots, and I told them starting next week when we come back from bid event, like you can now start switching in.
Three new alternates. You've all been on the team before and have history with SMOED, so that makes me nervous for my position. Even though like Coleman has stuff I don't have and I have stuff Coleman doesn't have, it still threatens my spot for sure because it's a boy.
Like, it's crazy because they're just sitting there and they're throwing all their skills, they're working on the side, and Eddie could be like, hey, you go into her spot, and like that, like you're off the mat. So it's crazy.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be a battle, but whoever wants it and wants it the most. Just because we got the paid bid doesn't mean like, oh, season's over, we're good. Like now every weekend it gets harder because we have to get the highest score possible every single time we get on the floor. Does that make sense? We went in without partners, and with partners we would have been in the mid 98s, but we were in the 97s. Like there's still work to do. Synchronized tumbling, we had 4949, like that could easily be a 5-0 if we just focus on timing and planting our feet.
We just received our bid from GSSA, and it's the week leading up to Palm Springs, which is also a really big comp. It's kind of just like the start of our big season to NCA to UCA to World, so we still obviously want to work hard and do really well at comp.
Again, like if you want a blue banner up there, it's not gonna happen World's month. No, it's a work in progress. Let's go.
Let's go, guys!
Again. Awkward!
In 2018, my first years, I was switching in and out with Chimmy, who was center the years before, so it was like definitely stressful and like you're trying your hardest, but can't do any more than giving it your all, so.
Big, in. Toes.
SOFIA, I don't know, it's a flyer. It's not attacking my position, but it makes me nervous for the others because every flyer on the team has worked hard for their position, and I'd feel bad if we lost one for her.
Call it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Smamelia, she's on. Let's go, boys. You're going. 1, 2, 3. Boys, you're stopping on 2. That means that you should, everybody go to the picture on 2, please. Go, 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 show me. Gavin, you're landing in the center of the next panel. That's why I'm asking you to stop on 2 so we're aware of our landings. You can't spin over half a panel. Show me the picture now. Just the boys 2 to double. Rewind. Are you back in West Virginia? Can you get on the line? Try it again. How do we not spin off the line? How do we not spin off the line? Lifting what? Your brains? Yes, arms up first and then spin. You got it. One more for Gavin. Yell for it, Gavin. Stay on the line, buddy.
I definitely have to stay in tune with like all my skills and what I'm actually doing, and just stay confident, because the second you clock out, just everything can go wrong.
Taking someone's spot is really hard because that person has been working all season, and it's really unfair to them to just, but Eddie will put the best and put what he needs to put on the floor for the best score possible. And if I can help benefit that, then I will gladly do so.
It's always when I use this arm to pull, but then when I don't, my twisting is slow.
Just a little bit. You can do this.
Closer. I'm not bringing alternates into threatening. That's not the goal. The goal is to put out the best team possible. Everyone else should not pay because you haven't been in the gym doing your job. Got it? You moved here for this, and you're still not producing. Makes no sense. So now there's options. So it's on you. If you want to squeeze your ankles and point your toes, do it. Show me that you belong on this team, that you belong on this floor with these people, working towards the same goal, not just eating up space.
Everything's kind of up in the air right now. We also have 2 other alternates still who are on the sidelines who got just taken out, PAYNE and Shay, who both have double fulls. I honestly have no clue what he's gonna do. It's a scary feeling kind of going in, but you have to trust the process, and Eddie's always gonna put the best 22 people on this team.
I'm not trying to be mean, but time's ticking. In 12 weeks, it's gonna be over. And if I don't give you the strongest team possible, you have no chance. Is that true or not? So to everyone else that did do the work and is landing their skills and is consistent, it's not fair, right? It sets everybody else to fail, and that's not fair. We did not sign up and break our bodies and do all of this craziness and fly across the country and leave our families and leave our friends to be on this team to not succeed. Yes? Let's go.
Let's go, you got it.
No one's safe at this point. So I think it's honestly better for the team because it makes everyone want to push harder and get better.
So that morning I just started getting ready. I woke up like a normal day. I got all the way dressed. I put on an extra cute outfit, and I was waiting by the door for my mom, who was running late, like a couple minutes behind with Ashley.
We need to go. And I just kept going, okay, give me a minute. Like, I have to get this situated for your sister. And then you hear gunshots. I just want you to be back to who you were before.
2 cheerleaders walk into a bar. First one says, hey, do you watch Cheerleaders? Second one was like, no. First one said, you should every Sunday. It's a terrible joke.